Hello and welcome back to another episode of Fallout 4 on Nyxus Gaming. We're here.
Hello.
We're here in the Cabot house because we got a little job to do given to us by Edward, who's here somewhere, who works for Jack Cabot here. We got to go investigate a delivery that never made it here on time. So it should be fun and interesting, and we got McCready with us, and we're just going to do our best to get along with him this time. I don't think we're going to be able to. We're literally just holding on to McCready as a companion until we can get Hancock or Nick Valentine, one of those two. And God, do I not like McCready. I love it. We're already starting off with a long loading screen. Every time I come through here, that sentry bot acts up and it throws me off a little bit. Okay, so we got to talk to the guard captain at the Parsons State Insane Asylum here, because the courier showed up there and he retrieved the package, but he hasn't made it to his destination yet. We'll head there from the slog. I'm a little nervous about this because I think there's a death claw between the slog and there, so we fought a death claw last episode. It didn't go too bad. We should be okay. Oh, 2 of our settlements are under attack. Whatever will we do? We're just gonna ignore them. I don't remember putting these here, but I guess I might have when I was setting up all the actual settlement stuff.
Doc, you have some sort of medical problem here, or are you just yanking my chain?
Oh, I always have a medical
I
problem.
need some supplies, Doctor.
I got loads of stim packs, chems, you name it.
I can't remember what helmet we were wearing before, but we definitely weren't wearing the silver Shroud helmet. I don't know. I'm just gonna unload some stuff because I think we are a little full on our inventory. We'll get some stim packs in return, just so we can unload more of this stuff. I really don't want the syringer rifle. It's cool and all, but no. We're gonna keep the silver machine gun because it's a unique submachine gun. It's exactly the same as our regular one, so we'll probably just use it as our main backup weapon for now, which we have tons of ammo for. We just haven't had to use our backup weapon at all, which is a really nice feeling, you know? And we can unload on a lot of these chems that we got. All this drugged water, grape mentats, jet. Bunch of Med-X, mentats, that's 210. You can take 15 caps more. Do I have anything for 15 caps that I want to get rid of? You can take those. We can get rid of a lot of these miscellaneous things that we haven't been getting rid of, even though they don't actually sell for anything. I feel like... I know we can't display them at all, but I feel like keeping one of each of the calling cards is kind of a cool little thing. So I'm going to. Let's see, 11 more caps. Oh, that's junk. I don't want to get rid of junk. Let's take that back. It's funny how junk is important, right? We'll just give him 11 of these. There we go. If worst comes to worst, just sell him some ammo to take those caps from him. Okay, so like I said, there is a death claw. All I know is that it's somewhere across the river from the slog. I don't know where exactly, so we're just gonna swim across here at the closest point to the asylum. And hopefully we don't wake it up at all. And I don't think we woke it up. Good. The insane asylum is right here. Hey guys, how's it going?
Maria, if you need anything.
Hey Maria.
This place is off limits. You'd best move along.
Excuse me, I was told to come here.
Edward Deegan sent me. I'm looking for a missing package.
Oh, you're the new guy. So this package, pretty sure we know where it is. The guys that shot Ben are holed up in the Parsons Creamery, just north of here.
Who are these guys? Raiders?
Sure, assholes with guns. Although it's weird that they're still hanging around so close. Kinda like they're scouting this place or something. I don't like it. I'm glad you're gonna finally get rid of them.
You guys are the ones in the full combat armor. I feel like you'd be much more suited to do this. But it is what it is, I guess. We're not going to worry about clearing this place out now. We will definitely get the opportunity to do so later in this mini quest line.
Trouble down on us.
So for now, we're just going to skip over it, and we're going to go deal with these raiders. It is a very big building, though. So what I'm hoping is we can finish the first 2 quests for this quest line today. And then we can save the 3rd quest that goes through this place for its own episode, because it looks like it will take a while. Okay, where we gotta go is right up here. And I guess we're just dealing with some raiders. It's not too bad, right? Not too bad at all. Don't like that there's a little, like, gorge here. Parsons Creamery. Also, don't worry, there's no important loot here that we gotta worry about.
Now. Huh? Pure shit. You hear that? Payback.
This is a bad location to start with because of all the windows. That's fine. We got a brand new rifle that can deal with these guys pretty easily. Oh man. I meant to use that critical on that second shot, but I misused it. Oh well. Mysterious Serum. That is what we're looking for. Minus 36,000 radiation whenever you use this thing. And don't worry, we will actually get a chance to get more of those through this quest line. Okay. What armor pieces am I missing? I'm missing a chest piece. I'm only missing a chest piece. That's a leather chest piece. I don't think we want that. If someone has a combat armor chest piece, that would be nice. Snubnose 44 is actually pretty good. Let's see, ours does 52 damage. This does 80 damage. Like I said, 44 pistols are actually really good. So we might replace our pistol with that. Let's go ahead and put that on for now, until we get something better. I think all the raiders here are pretty much already dealt with. As I said, there's not really any important loot here. But we'll take a little bit of a look around, as there should be decent loot here at the very least. When I say important loot, I mean like unique stuff. Why can I not make this jump? Like bobbleheads or magazines or something like that. There we go. There's nothing like that at this location, but we can get some ammo and stuff while we're here. Or a new pistol. I think that's about it, though. Okay. So we got the Mysterious Serum. Easy as that. Now we just gotta head back to the Cabot house. Okay, one thing I do want to check on this pistol that we got. Okay, it's not bad. I know a lot of the time some of these 44 pistols tend to come with a scope on them, for whatever reason. Why would you put a scope on a pistol? I don't know. But that one's good.
That is not acceptable. Imogen is missing and I want her found.
She's not missing, Mother.
Do you know where she is?
No, but that doesn't...
So did you find out what happened to the courier?
What else is Edward for if not to keep the family safe?
Mother, Edward has better things to do than sending someone out to find Imogen. Again.
If your father were here, he'd send someone to find Imogen.
I'm not going to have Edward drop everything just because Imogen decided to take a lover again.
Jack, how dare you speak so disrespectfully about your sister?
Sorry, I wanted to listen to that from a
I don't
distance.
think you're even listening to me, Jack.
If she wanted us to know where she went, she would have told someone.
But McCready just kind of walked up in the middle of it.
I
Tick-tock.
can't bear to think what might be happening to Imogen right now.
Some raiders set up camp near Parsons and ambushed him. I took care of them.
I don't like raiders operating so close to Parsons. I hope this isn't the start of something serious. What about the serum he was carrying? Did you get any of it back?
What's so important about this serum?
You're getting paid to follow orders. Your orders were to get it back. That's all you need to worry about.
There was only this one vial left.
Oh, good. I was afraid we wouldn't get any of it back. Here's your pay for the job. I'm throwing in a little bonus for bringing back the serum. That was good work. Now, as far as what's next. Oh, hell. I guess it's time you met Wilhelmina. Jack's not gonna be happy about it. Come on.
Alright, on to quest 2. I can still hear them arguing in the background.
With the devil.
And you don't even care.
If she wanted us to know where she went, she would have told someone.
McCready, please. We're trying to walk here.
I insist you send someone to find Imogen.
Come on,
If
guys.
she wanted us to know where she went.
Jack, I'll take care of it. Mrs. Cabot, don't worry. I'll send someone to find Imogen.
Thank you, Edward. I can always count on you. Why can't you be as devoted as dear Edward?
You shouldn't indulge her, Edward. It just makes her more impossible to deal with next time.
Just doing my job. Speaking of which, here's all we got back of the last delivery from Parsons. Raiders got the rest of it, I'm sorry to say.
Ah, good. Finally. This will help settle Mother down.
Imogen is Jack's sister. You probably figured that out yourself. She's, a little flighty. Impulsive. From time to time, she runs off. Usually with a new boyfriend. Then I send somebody to bring her home.
Do you know where she's gone?
No, but it shouldn't be too hard to find out. She's been spending a lot of time in Good Neighbor. That's a jazz club there, the third rail. Somebody there must know something. She's not known for keeping her mouth shut.
What if she doesn't want to come home?
Obviously, as one of the family, you can't just knock her in the head and drag her home by her heels. Usually, by the time I send someone after her, she's gotten bored with the whole thing and is ready to come home. I'm sure you'll think of something. You're supposed to be resourceful, remember?
Okay, so we gotta bring Imogen home, Jack's sister, who has just run off with some boy. We don't know where she went, but we gotta go to the third rail in Good Neighbor and figure that out. Alright. To Good Neighbor we go. To the third rail, correct? Yeah, that's where it's sending us. Same place we finally talked to Edward.
Charlie serves the drinks. I deal with the drunks.
I'm assuming we're talking to Charlie here
Better
to
keep
ask.
your iron strapped on.
Charlie.
Friendly at
My client appreciates the work you did with his rat problem.
Now, if you're buying, let's hear what you want.
Yeah. Do you know Imogene Cabot?
Name rings a bell. Kind of balmy. Seen her in a while, though. Try Magnolia. She likes to make friends with people. She might know more about this missing bird. Magnolia! This guy walks away.
Just gonna interrupt her? Oh my god, she was in the middle of a set, dude. That's... Okay.
You again. It's my lucky day. What do you need?
Do you know Imogene Cabot?
Imogene? Sure. I know her. I haven't seen her in a while, though. Were you a friend of hers?
She's missing, and her family's worried about her.
Well, I'm glad somebody's looking out for her. She seems like a body that could use looking after.
I just need to know where she is.
There was this preacher fella who used to come in here all the time. One of the slick ones. Always going on about remaking your life and so on. Most of the customers wouldn't give him the time of day, but Imogene, she latched on to him for some reason. I don't suppose it hurt that he was easy on the eyes. Intense. Some women find that irresistible.
Ham, would you come over here a minute?
Ham's gotta come all the way down from
Is
upstairs.
there a problem, Miss Magnolia?
No, this fine gentleman here was just looking for Imogene. Do you happen to know where that preacher fella came from?
Brother Thomas?
Yes, that's right. The one Imogene was always hanging on.
Had to throw him out. Wouldn't stop bothering customers with that salvation racket. Kept going on and on about joining him at the back bay. Then he'd shove those stupid flyers in your face. Here, I kept one of them, just in case he didn't pay his bar tab.
Well, thanks, honey. You were a big help.
Anything for you, miss.
I hope Imogene's all right. I didn't much like the idea of her going off with that preacher fella.
While we're here,
Hello again. Something I can do for you?
Any chance I could steal you away for an evening?
I don't think that would be a good idea.
Ugh. A lounge singer.
damn, gets rejected. Just ugh,
Downstairs.
gross.
Don't bother the other patrons.
All right, is McCready still with us? Oh yeah, he's down there. He just kind of does his own thing. Even when I'm talking to someone, he just kind of walks off and wanders around. Okay, so we got to find this Brother Thomas guy. He should be at a place called the Charles State Amphitheater or something. It's right next to Hallucinogen, so let's just travel there. Okay, and like I said, it's less than 60 meters away. I think that's measured in meters. I don't know. It's right over here, though. More lag. Hello?
Hello, neighbor.
Hi. You're an initiate?
What the? I can't see a damn thing.
Excuse me, Brother Thomas.
Excuse me.
Welcome, neighbor. We're always glad to see a new face around here. Tell me something. You ever feel like this whole world is broken? Do you ever wonder why things can't be the way they were in the good old days?
The whole world is broken.
That's what I used to think. Until I found a way to make a difference. To transform my life, and maybe everyone else's too. We call ourselves the Pillars of the Community. We're a pretty new movement, so you may not have heard of us. But we're growing fast all across the Commonwealth, and you can be part of this exciting future. Step right this way, and I'll be happy to tell you all about our movement and how you can be a part of it.
Yeah, why not?
Sounds good.
Well, that's just fantastic. I know you're going to fit right in around here.
We're always looking for new members.
Oh, yeah?
Right this way, neighbor.
T-shirt stand before we leave, huh?
Okay, he's running off.
Brother Thomas
Dude, I literally just talked to him. Chill out. I mean, if she's here, we might as well join and get on the inside. Maybe she joined, and this is the only way we'll find her.
I don't bite.
Oh, you don't bite, huh? Okay.
Alrighty. I hope you're as excited as I am. This is one of my favorite parts of the job, getting to welcome new members into our movement. The first step is simple. You have to learn to give up your attachment to material possessions in order to gain the ability to have true wealth, health, and happiness. Just go ahead and give me everything you own, and I'll initiate you as a first-level pillar of the community.
You've got to be kidding. You want me to give you everything I have?
The first step is the hardest, neighbor. But it's the only way to cast off your old life and start on the road towards your future health, wealth, and happiness. Don't you think that's worth a small, temporary sacrifice?
So I think it goes without saying here, you don't want to give everything to him.
What do I get in return for giving you everything I own?
You're still stuck in old thinking. You're still clinging to your old life. But that's what you came here to give up. And the first step is to shed yourself of your material possessions.
You can't seriously think I'm handing over all my stuff.
The world is full of suckers, pal. Just look outside. Every one of them handed over everything they owned in return for, well, hope. Sure, it's false hope, but hey, it was worth it to them. You can tell yourself whatever you want, but you're leaving here naked or horizontal. Your choice.
I'm walking out of here. Your choice what you want to do about it.
That's not how this works.
You're dead.
Okay. That is how it's gonna work, buddy. I think you tried to steal from the wrong person is what you did. You guys don't even have, like, good armor to do this with. It just takes one headshot. As I said, one headshot if I actually hit. Yep, just keep running up in order. Your turn. Oh, you have a gun. You're not going to run up to me. Oh, that actually didn't one-hit you, either of you. Man, didn't they have some poor life choices? Let's take a look around here while we're here. Looks like it's mostly stealing. There's a mini nuke. Despite them trying to steal from me, I'm not going to try stealing from them. They can keep all their stuff. I don't care. I got plenty of stuff that I refuse to give to them. Let's see. He had a sniper rifle. That's cool. Not really seeing anything of use on these guys. Yeah, I guess a lot of them have a chance to spawn with road goggles, which for whatever reason was listed as important loot. But none of them did on our playthrough, so we aren't getting any road goggles. We do get the key to open this door, and look who it is.
So much light in here?
You must be Imogene.
Don't tell me. Jack sent you.
You're Jack's sister? I was expecting someone
Ouch.
a bit younger.
How rude. Don't you know to never mention a lady's age? Just to be clear, I'm Jack's younger sister, the baby of the family. Once I get home and get some of Jack's serum, I'll be back to my usual stunning self.
Jack has a serum that reverses aging?
It really isn't any of your business. And I know it was Jack who sent you. He's always trying to control me.
You don't seem very grateful for being rescued.
Well, maybe technically I was not allowed to leave. So, thank you. I was bored with Thomas anyway. He seemed so interesting at first. But after we got here, he turned out to be just another brute. He actually thought he could force me to join his absurd cult.
Your boyfriend's dead. Let's go.
Thomas? He wasn't my boyfriend. We had some fun together, that's all. Besides, he shouldn't have locked me in here. Oh, I'm not going with you. You can tell Mother I'll be along home before too long. I just need a drink first.
Well, at least we rescued her and she says she's going home. That's all that matters, right? Not the pile of dead bodies on the way out. Jesus. It's literally a trail. Oh my god. Alright, well, we should probably head back to the Cabot house and tell them the news. Oh no, we failed defending Oberland Encounter Crossing. Whatever will we do? Who cares? I don't care. I'm done with settlements for now.
Edward! Edward!
Whoever lives here must have made a deal with the devil.
Edward, switch over to the Hartley modulator. Do you copy?
Switching now. How's this?
Oh, that's done it. Edward, what's going on there?
We're under attack. They're inside the building.
Inside? Can you keep them out of the basement?
I'm trying, Jack. I've never seen raiders that... For God's sake, Sammy, the doorway, right there. Sorry. Things are a little busy around here right now.
Listen, if they're inside the building, you have to go to the office and shut down the elevator. You can't risk them getting to Lorenzo.
Got it. Office. Elevator. You better round up whoever you can and get...
Uh-oh. Sounds like Edward's in trouble.
Edward? Come in. Edward! Ah, there's no signal at all. I've lost him.
What's happening, Jack? If these people are inside Parsons, if they free him...
Don't worry, I'll handle it.
I always knew it would end this way. I never should have allowed you to lock up Lorenzo in that place.
That isn't helping, Mother. And as I recall, using the serum was your idea, not mine.
So what are you going to do?
I said I'll handle it. I'm thinking.
Who are you again?
What's going on?
That was Edward. He's at Parsons, the old asylum. They're under attack by raiders. It's strange. The guards have held off raiders before without any trouble. I don't know what's gone wrong this time.
What happened?
The guards at Parsons called in that they were under attack. Edward went to help. I've only just been able to raise him, briefly. I didn't get much, but it sounds like the situation there is nearly out of control. I wonder if these could be the same raiders that stole that last shipment. If some of them had used the undiluted serum, it could explain their unusual success against Edward's men.
What exactly does this serum do?
I suppose it's time you knew. The main benefit of the serum is to halt aging. My family and I are all over 400 years old.
Damn, that's older than me.
It also confers other side effects, especially in the undiluted form that the raiders stole. It increases strength and resistance to all kinds of physical damage. So at least some of these raiders may be much more dangerous than the ones you're used to dealing with.
Where do you get this serum from?
My father, Lorenzo Cabot, is confined in Parsons. He became dangerously unstable after handling an artifact he found on an archaeological dig in Arabia. He gained various seemingly paranormal powers, as well as becoming increasingly irrational and violent. In the end, I had no choice but to confine him, for his own safety, as well as ours.
Jack, are you sure it's wise telling him all this?
In the course of my attempts to cure him, I discovered that the artifact had introduced anomalies into his blood. So the source of his insanity is also the basis of the treatments that have prolonged all our lives. The irony isn't lost on me, but if he were to escape from Parsons, I would lose my father forever. I will not allow that to happen. Not to mention that the artifact has made him paranoid, homicidally violent, and endowed with extraordinary abilities.
Exactly what abilities does he have?
Enhanced strength, unusual resistance to most kinds of physical damage. Oh, and a kind of local telekinesis, which appears to be projected by the artifact itself. That's why I've built a dampening field into his cell. which is why we really need to stop these intruders before they turn it off. Hold on, weren't you off looking for Imogene? Did you find her?
Oh, yeah, yes I did. Yeah, she's fine.
Yes, I found her. She's fine.
Oh, good.
At least there's one small comfort on this terrible day.
You'll be wanting to be paid, of course. Edward usually handles these things. Caps is what you use for currency, isn't that right? Here, I hope that's the right amount. Before we go, I need you to understand something. When we get to Parsons, you need to do exactly what I tell you. Nothing more, nothing less. Is that clear?
Why is that so important?
If these intruders have gotten past Edward's men, they may have freed Lorenzo. I'm the only one who understands exactly how to deal with him. Is that clear enough for you?
Got it.
Good. Make sure you have whatever you'll need for a serious battle. I'll wait for you outside.
Jack, be careful. And try not to hurt him.
I love Father at least as much as you do. But you know as well as I do that if he gets free, there will only be one option.
Don't let it come to that, please.
I'll do my best, Mother. And if Imogene finally comes home, for God's sake, don't let her leave again until I get back. Now, I really do have to go.
So it turns out that Jack has an insane father locked up in the insane asylum that they get a serum from that lets them live forever. And these raiders have invaded the insane asylum to get more of the serum. I told you, this is a pretty good quest. It takes a wild turn, though.
I don't need anything right now, thank you.
Okay, she's doing fine. Now, what I realized when I came in here is part of the reason we didn't get all the loot last episode was because we couldn't get up to the 3rd floor. Like, it was closed off from us. Maybe? Because there's this part here that we just wandered on up into.
This place looks untouched. How's that possible?
There were a few doors, though, that were locked. This door was locked in particular. Now it's just open for us to go into. So I guess we just have free roam to go through here. Oh my god, look at all of that. There's the undamaged American flag.
Something isn't right here.
It's all free to grab now? We can just grab it all?
Leave it.
No, I'm not gonna leave it, McCready. This is free loot. Don't you understand? There's the surgical journal. We definitely want that. 2% more limb damage. And Lorenzo Cabot's journal. Thursday, 8th of February, 1894, off Cape Cod aboard SS Wakeful. I'm finally awake. Imogene and Wilhelmina came to see me off. Imogene begging me to go, not as usual, or as usual, poor girl. She takes these partings hard. Jack wasn't there, of course. He thinks I'm making a laughingstock of the whole family. With these expeditions, has no time for what he calls ancient superstitions. No matter. This time I'll return with proof that even Jack will not be able to deny. 10th of February, Saturday, in the Atlantic aboard the SS Wakeful. The weather is fine and the captain promises a quick crossing to Lisbon. The red tape involved in organizing this expedition tried my patience almost to the breaking point, but I'm sure it was better to obtain the necessary permits from the Omani authorities through the State Department. I can only hope that my sheaf of documents and ready cash will be enough to placate the local governor when I arrive. Wednesday, 21st of February, in the Western Mediterranean aboard the SS Wakeful. So far so good, uneventful crossing. Metternich was waiting for us in Lisbon with the welcome news that he had perfected his electrical sensing apparatus, which is now safely on board in its crates. If it works as well as he claims, this may save us weeks or even months of excavation work. Monday, 5th of March, Suez, Egypt. Still waiting to finish hiring our team of diggers. I'm beside myself with impatience to be on my way. We are so close now, but I know from long experience that we will have better luck with our experienced Egyptian team than relying on the locals. Wednesday, 14th of March, Salalah, Oman. At last, we docked yesterday and have been unloading at a feverish pace. Any more delays and we will be in danger of having to postpone until the summer heat has passed. Friday, 16th of March, near Wadi Adam, Oman. We are on our way, nothing more stands in my way but the impenetrable desert and the secrets of the ages. Ha! I welcome those challenges. They seem like child's play after the endless delays and paper-shuffling bureaucrats I've had to overcome to get here. Thursday, 29th of March, Empty Quarter, Arabia. We have reached the spot without incident. Some superstitious grumbling from our local guide, which I take to be a good sign. Tomorrow we see if Metternich's apparatus works. If not, we begin digging in the traditional way. Saturday, 30th of March, Empty Quarter, Arabia. Metternich's apparatus has been bulky, sand in its delicate workings no doubt, but he has obtained a favorable reading in a depression to the south. Heat during the day is tremendous. We'll set to work tomorrow and see what we see. Monday, 2nd of April, Empty Quarter, Arabia. Nothing yet at the southern depression. Metternich swears that it wasn't a false reading. 2 more days and then I'll have to begin a search grid across the whole site, as disappointing as that will be. How long is this? Oh my god, it is long. We aren't doing anything else this episode, so why not? Tuesday, 3rd of April, Empty Quarter, Arabia. Success. Late this afternoon, the diggers struck work stone, apparently the edge of a large circular structure. More trouble from the guide. The wisdom of not hiring the diggers locally, now even more apparent as they pay little attention to him. Friday, 6th of April, Ubar, Empty Quarter, Arabia. I'm now convinced we have found Ubar itself. We've uncovered several fragmentary inscriptions with runes that match the ancient texts. We've made excellent progress clearing part of what appears to be a monumental plaza. Wednesday, 18th of April, Ubar, Empty Quarter, Arabia. All work has stopped. Sandstorm, one of the worst I've ever experienced. We are huddled in our tents in the lee of one of the large outcroppings and must hope to ride it out. The darkness is complete, although it is mid-morning. Friday, 20th of April, Ubar, Empty Quarter, Arabia. Sandstorm continues for a 3rd day, like nothing anyone has ever seen. The guide is becoming very troublesome. Some of the diggers are beginning to listen to this wild tales of ancient curses and forbidden secrets. Even the normally phlegmatic Metternich is beginning to show signs of cracking under the strain. Saturday, 21st of April, Ubar, Empty Quarter, Arabia. The sandstorm is over, but 2 weeks of work has been undone. The area we had cleared is now buried under several feet of new sand. The guide disappeared in the night. I won't miss him, but the diggers are even more unsettled. Thursday, May 3rd, Ubar, Empty Quarter, Arabia. We've located what must be the foundations of the Great Temple. So far, nothing but stone and rubble, but something must have survived, weather getting worse by the day. Metternich talking again of resuming work in the winter, but I won't hear of it, not when we're this close. Sunday, May 13th, Ubar, Empty Quarter, Arabia. I must record everything while it's fresh in my mind, although it's hard to concentrate with the crown right here in front of me. It's almost unbelievable, even to me, that I hold in my hands an artifact so clearly not made by any human civilization, but let me set down and how it happened as clearly as I can. We had worked for at least a week to clear the shaft beneath the Great Temple. Even the diggers had caught the excitement. And we hit solid stone, a cyclopean series of blocks as it turned out, obstructing the tunnel, clearly deliberately sealed by the builders. We almost despaired of getting through. 3 days of laborious pick working. I wouldn't risk explosives here of all places. Then breakthrough into darkness. I was first in. The dust of ages covered everything, clearly a burial crypt, sarcophagus at one end of the chamber. We lifted the lid, and inside, even I fell to my knees in shock. The diggers were helping us fled. Metternich white-faced. I feared he was having a heart attack. Luckily, no. We'll make a full catalog of the tomb in the morning. I ordered it sealed up overnight. Not that I really believe any of the diggers would dare to enter it again, but better safe than sorry. I removed only the crown, reverently, without disturbing the body or any of the other artifacts. And so, vindication, the crown waits, gleaming as if new-made, although I know it is older than any human artifact ever uncovered. Later, I now know that this city's name was not Ubar, and that this building was not a temple, and what was beneath it was not a crypt. I have so much to learn, and so much to teach Wilhelmina and Jack and Imogene. When we return, we will return together. Monday, May 14th. Metternich was extremely surprised to see me wearing the crown this morning and tried to argue with me when I ordered the men to bury everything we've uncovered. It doesn't matter now. The sandstorms will erase all evidence that we were ever here long before anyone can stumble across this site again. And the city's location is now safe with me until I can return and uncover more of her secrets when I am ready. So that's very interesting. Reading that gives me, it gives me Amnesia vibes. Like, Amnesia the Dark Descent. Didn't they find a lot of the orbs and stuff in Egypt too? Isn't the second game pretty much all based on Amnesia, or in Egypt? I'm pretty sure it is. It turns out we can just take all of this stuff now, freely. We can take the Zeta gun, which was, it was considered stealing before. So maybe we can come down to the basement, and we can take Edward's Fat Man and Mini Nuke as well, that he had in here. We can take the Fat Man, and we can take the Mini Nuke. The safe
Won't be able
has
to
a
pick
master
this.
lock. We can't get in there. There was something that showed up red. The bed showed up red. We can take everything, but we can't take the bed. Oh well. Also, that bottle of whiskey over-encumbered me.
Hey.
Let's see. You need to carry... I don't want you to have a Fat Man, actually. You are not taking that. You can carry my 10mm pistol. And that is all I trust you with, McCready. I do not want you firing a Fat Man at me and killing me. I think the only other important loot that we didn't pick up was this bottle of bourbon here. Everything else is just normal stuff. That's another bottle of whiskey. It only said there were 2 of them. But hey, we'll take a third. Alright, so I think that'll do with everything in this episode. Got quite a lore drop at the end there that I wasn't expecting. But next time, we will head back up to the Parsons State Insane Asylum, deal with Lorenzo Cabot, put an end to this mini-quest, and if we have time afterwards, I would like to venture over into a little bonus location. And if you know what's there, then you know what's there. But that could possibly be next time. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.